Welcome back, YouTube. It's another Let's Play session, resuming our city, Clearwater, using the SimCity expansion pack, Cities of Tomorrow. I believe that this expansion pack would probably be the coolest thing to happen to this game. It's really made it fresh. It's given it a new face, graphical upgrades, a lot more buildings to put down, and a lot more systems to use that actually coexist within each other, you know, like the Academy and Omega Co. And really makes the game well-rounded in the fact that what it was before was kind of broken, and what it is now is very polished, in my opinion. You can choose to disagree with me if you want to, YouTube. Leave your comments and opinions below to see if you agree or disagree. I'd like to hear that. But anyway, let's start it up. Let's resume Clearwater here. And I kind of started on the basic Trinity County style region, the 3-city zone. Last time we were in Clearwater, we had an earthquake. We had to solve a hospital crisis. The earthquake then destroyed the hospital, which means we had more dead people. And of course, we didn't have a fire department, so most of downtown burnt down. Burnt to the ground. But just like Chicago, where I was born, it's the second city. We will rise from the ashes, and we have. We now have a population of almost 16,000 people, and we have our first mega tower structure, which can house even more. And we can see that lovely building right there in the middle. Let's point it out. Our first mega tower. Now, one of the gripes that I have, it's kind of small, really. I just wish I had the ability to name the mega tower. You know, we can give them weird names like, you know, whatever we felt like it. Customize the name of each one so we can recognize what we did to each one. Same thing with the individual sims that you can click on. Like, let's zoom in here and give you an example. Let's slow the game down a little bit. Let's pause it. Let's find one of our citizens. Let's find one of the ones that are actually walking around. All right, let's pick this guy right here. It'd be funny if, and I think it would be really cool, but I don't know what kind of system resources this game would need to actually have in order to do this. But if they would stay the same name and we could follow them through every day of their life. Because what I've noticed is that you can kind of lose track of the person once they go to their home, and then sometimes when they come back out they have a different name. Like the criminal in the last video went home and came back out, and all of a sudden he had a different name. This is kind of cool. Here we have a futurized low-income house right here, and you can see the electronic laser fence, but it's still kind of weird and trailer park looking. It kind of looks like an alarm clock. But let's see who lives here. The Woodrow residence, and they do not have enough room to increase density. That's because I packed this area kind of tight. These buildings here have already increased in size, giving these buildings no room to expand. We're probably going to have to take care of that, but not right now. Let's take a look at our mega tower. Last time I was here, okay, so it seems to be doing well. The green levels mean that they have nothing to bitch about yet. So let's start this shit up and see what happens. Now, we had added mass transit in the form of the ferry terminal here. We have 131,678 simoleons to spend, and we're making money at a rate of 8,812 simoleons an hour, but that's probably not going to last long once I start adding in mass transit to solve the bit of traffic that we have. Right now it's 8:07 p.m., so it's a nighttime traffic. I don't seem to see very much of a problem here. Oh, there we go, right on the right. Now, see, something like this, that's a huge traffic jam. It goes from the red light all the way to the next intersection. Let's pause and see if we can help these guys out. So I think mainly on this video, we're going to focus on actually improving the traffic flow and adding mass transit. And we can do that in a number of ways, but let's start by increasing the density of this avenue right here to high density. That would give us 3 lanes on each side and hopefully allow traffic to flow a little better. Sorry, I can't speak today for some reason. So we'll start at this intersection. Here's an example of what a high density avenue looks like here as it leads into the city, and then it condenses down to like 2 lanes going in opposite directions. on each side of a median. So let's get out the road tool, the handy dandy road tool. Let's bring this up. All right, we'll start with a high density avenue. Man, that's expensive, but it's worth it. So let's bring a highway down all the way. You know, I should have probably added the streetcar terminal. I'm gonna have to do another upgrade on this immediately. Now, it's going to be dangerous because we are upgrading this road to high density, which means any buildings that are alongside, I mean, every building you see in the town right now is actually at medium density. So that's why, you know, you don't see the skyscraper type buildings. Right now, when we increase the density to high, we're going to find ourselves with a bit of a growth problem. I really hope we can keep up. But we're going to basically start where we started. We're only going to increase the density on the roads the city was when it was brand new. So remember we made this a dirt road over here, so we're going to extend this to high density all the way to the power plant. And these were the first roads we created in the game. This is the downtown, the lovely downtown that burnt to the ground after the earthquake. So we'll upgrade by the hospital too, because I noticed that we had trouble... the ambulance had trouble getting by in the traffic because it's a fucking moron and it actually decides to stop at red lights and not actually, you know, blare the siren and tell people to get the hell out of the way. Which is amusing to me. Not really. My citizens' lives are on the line and they decide to stop at red lights. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually visited the donut shop too, you know. No, who cares? There's only a dead, you know, dying guy in the back. No rush, no hurry. Alright, so we're going to upgrade to high density. Just the middle of town. Alright. And over by the college too, because there's no school buses for a local college, community college like this. It's only, you know, people have to drive back and forth. So, okay, we spent quite a bit of money, almost 20,000 in roads. We need to make that back. We're going to let the game run for 2 whole, maybe, we're going to let a night cycle go by. We're going to go, say it's 8:17 right now. We'll let it go until 6 a.m. and see if we can start adding mass transit. So let's speed it up and see if anything grows overnight. Kind of like a chia pet. Yeah, I'm showing my age there with that one, Chia Pet. If anyone remembers the Chia Pet, like the video below. I should probably put that in a tag. I forgot how to take screenshots, but I would love to actually take screenshots of this city. Maybe I should find out how to do that. I accidentally do it all the time. Let's go into the options menu and see. Take some pictures of the city, kind of make a little postcard out of it. Settings, controls, gameplay maybe? Offline, save player, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah, okay. Audio, graphics. Oh, that doesn't seem to be the case. Game manual, maybe that's what it is. No, that's going to open up an online page. The game didn't freeze. Okay, I don't know what that looked like to you guys, but hopefully... And again, I did it again. You know, I just need to stop. I'm just going to look on my phone. How to take a screen capture. Could have sworn it was easier than I thought it would be. Look, we got another building going up over here. Let's see what you're going to be. I always like watching this. I mean, even though it takes a while. If we were to have the game on normal speed, it would take most of the night. Oh boy, let's see what kind of building you're in. Anticipation's killing me. Looks like there's a mission for the Mega Tower too. Might as well click on that real quick. Mayor, you seem to know what you're doing, but how fiscally talented are you? I'll tell you what, increase your Mega Tower profits and I'll give you a small gift. 5 grand? You know how much it's going to cost me to do that? I've been raring to go to a monster truck rally. Hey, you should build an expo center. Well, with the traffic problem we have now, I can say I'll probably get around to doing it, but right now we can't support the traffic that's generated by a major convention monster truck rally. You'll see what I mean when we actually build a set. Let's look at the thought bubbles here. I think the Academy is listening to my phone calls, but hey, high tech. That's it. You have the right to remain silent. That means shut up. That's pretty funny. We can recycle now. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We built a recycling center in the last video, and we have a vacant business tower here. And it is maximum density. All 3 tiers. Oh, wait, no. I can't tell if it's maximum density. This pipe just isn't big enough for everything it's pushing through. We need another one. Are we having a sewage problem? No, we have excess. What are they bitching about? I don't fucking get it. I like it when what they complain about doesn't make sense. Alright, it's 4:50 in the morning. We've managed to make almost a full $100,000 more than what we had when we left the game. Still a vacant business, so no one's moved in there yet. See that they want a processor factory, but I'm not going to give them one just quite yet. What I will do, though, let's take a look at the population panel and see how many jobs we have. Nobody's unemployed. That's great. Too bad there's still available jobs. So we're going to need more workers. Now, I told you before, I don't want to build out anymore. I want to build up. So hopefully this avenue actually gave us some traffic leeway. Maybe we should build another avenue going east and west. I think we got to figure out what we can tear down and what won't be tear down, because once you take out a road, you take out everything along the road. I'm thinking right here. What do you guys think? A big avenue that goes all the way down the middle of the city and ends here at this industrial zone. Maybe splits the zone in half. We add a couple train stations here near downtown, right by the hospital. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to need to put the low-income housing somewhere else. It's right in the middle of downtown. Kind of making it an eyesore. No matter how well or how high density these buildings look, they're still an eyesore compared to the high-tech looking rich houses. Nice medium density here. But traffic seems to be flowing. It's now 12:02 a.m. or p.m. Sorry. We got demand now, residential demand for low wealth and high wealth residential. So what can we do? I'd say let's just add to our mega tower. We'll add another high wealth apartment. Make this thing get taller. And the game is slowing down. Maybe I need to change some settings here. It's starting to get a little unruly. And where did my audio go? Oh well. There we go. It's back. We got the sound effects going. Sweet! So, I'd like to thank all the subscribers and all the people that have been watching this video. Please tell your friends, share it on your page. People that I don't know that play video games, especially SimCity, or have been fans of this gaming franchise, should definitely take a look. I'm going to have more content. As you noticed on the channel, we have Twitch sessions being played with my buddies and I on the PlayStation 4 of a game called Dying Light. So that's quite entertaining. Mostly it's just us being jackasses running around. And it looks like we still have traffic. Why? Why do we have traffic? Garbage. It looks like we need to just not... We need mass transit. That's what we need. Alright, now we do have access to maglev, but I want to know how much that costs. We have a bus terminal. How about we just start with that? Who are we going to eminent domain to get the bus terminal down? This neighborhood doesn't seem to be doing all that well. It's right near downtown. Or, you know, it'll fit here. 45 grand. Alright, so now we have city buses. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go insane here. And I'm going to actually maximize the amount of buses this thing can carry. Because with a transportation hub like this, we can send buses to the other city sites when we start building on them, and then we'll have bus stops in those cities, and people can get back and forth using the buses. And that was probably... So now we're back down to 75,000, and our profits just went down about $2,000 a month. And the park and ride, if anybody who plays this game that's better than me can tell me what use the park and ride actually has. The only thing I can think of is that when you put a parking lot down with a bus terminal inside of it, that allows people to drive to the bus and then get on the bus. And I don't really think that'd be useful in a city that has a connection with another one. So I don't think we need one of these just yet at all. I mean, the bus stop should handle, unless the bus stop okay, see, it has a capacity for 80 citizens, but the bus stop has a capacity for 125. So we'll start building bus stops. Now, the funny thing about bus stops is if we get too close to the high wealth areas, it'll lower the property value, because nobody over there in Uppittyville wants to live near mass transit. It just brings down the place or something like that. I don't know, something to stick their noses up in when they're, are looking at everything through the martini glasses that they frickin' drink out of with their pinkies up. But we're going to add bus stops at every intersection in this downtown commercial area, and the medium density homes and also the low density, or I should say low wealth, utilize the bus stops. They don't complain if they live near bus stops, and the property value doesn't go down. I just got to remember where the land, we should probably put these down where the land value map overlay. So let's look at the land value map overlay. Okay, let's start putting the buses down to where we don't have a negative impact on property value. Now remember, we were going to put I think we're going to put the avenue over here, so we're not going to put any bus stops over here just yet. Now we need to make sure that these people can get to work, so we want to put bus stops. And you can see the road turning green. That means that the route can get here. Recycling center. The bus stop. The bus station terminal is already a bus stop, so we don't need to put one there. Let's make sure we get one over here by the trade port, or the shipping port. And one along each portion of the avenue. Alright, I don't want to go bus stop crazy here, because... Oh, yeah, by the ferry terminal, that would be nice. We'll have 2 bus stops over there. Anyone getting off the boat, either the ferry or the cruise ship, should be able to take public transportation into the city, so that they're not walking around this wasteland over here. I wonder, do we have tourists? I never ever checked that. Alright, let's see what we got here. We have 1 medium wealth tourist in town. It's 12 noon. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so we got to entice them to come here. And we would have to build, unfortunately, I think we would have to add onto our city hall a department of tourism. So we don't have that yet, so we don't have access to monuments, landmarks, attractions. So we'll have to wait on that. But let's see if we can increase the rent. Let's hit play again. Let's watch it grow. So our first step in our mass transit mission is to give ourselves a bus station. The next would be train. We're going to extend the rail out and put train stations all along the outside of downtown. And then we'll have bus stops nearby, hopefully to carry the people who get off the train to other parts of the city. And the train will be cool because it'll connect us once we start building, and if we build train stations in these other city zones, here and here, we will be able to connect citizens. So they'll be able to freely travel on the road, and between these two on the water, which once I build a ferry terminal over here, and then we'll have rail connecting all 3 sites, and that works great for cargo. And also freight. Well, freight and cargo are the same thing. I don't know what I was thinking. But tourism, which was what we're gonna make this city a gambling center. That'll up our that'll up our income a little bit. But with any casino comes high crime, so we got to make sure our police are up to the task. So let's increase our speed and see where we're gonna, and of course traffic. We're gonna have people coming in wanting to gamble. We need to make sure that our buses are running properly. So why don't we check our rapid transit, our bus map. I don't see any buses moving around right now. No one needs the bus. There's no riders per day. There's no wait. Oh, that's another thing too. Now that we've put mass transit in, I forgot to tell you guys. There the buses go. People get pissy if they have to wait too long for the bus. Unfortunately, I'm not knocking you guys, but anyone from Detroit knows exactly how much of a pain in the ass that is. And anyone from any major city, Chicago on down to LA, Dallas, Fort Worth, you know, mass transit systems. If you're waiting for the bus, your boss usually does not accept the fact that the bus never showed up, and that's why you're late. They almost never, ever, ever take that excuse. So right now we've increased our ridership. If you look down here, we have 24 buses, 28 bus stops. Low wealth residents per day, 535. Medium wealth residents per day, 188. Now it's going up. And tourism is actually going up too. So let's take a look at the population map and see what we got going on here. Not a lot of tourists. We only have, well, not yet, but we'll get there. Once we put that, definitely once we put that casino, more people will be coming here. Well, we just have to make sure they're all the right kind of people. If you know what I mean. Not the unsavory gambling type. Now, what my wife was telling, she's a librarian, and she asked me a question the other day when she was watching the Let's Play videos. She goes, where do we have a library? And I told her, no, we don't. We forgot. And again, I keep forgetting about... Someone's embezzling the fire station. We keep forgetting about education. And so, you know what? Just to appease... It'll make my Sims happy, too. We should give them a public library. And let's take a look here. Who was complaining about not having enough room to increase density? Maybe we could put it next to the church. That's too far away. We don't want people driving too far to go to the library. So we'll just delete this one commercial zone right here and place the library directly on town. Just keep it downtown. Yeah, it's going to cost a little bit. Right now we have no patrons. We just put it down. And why does he have no job? We had a 0% unemployment rate. So this guy, if he says stealing is the only answer left, as you can read here, then he's an asshole. And he needs to get off his lazy ass and actually get a fucking job. I'm not tolerating that shit. In fact, let's upgrade our police station to make sure his ass don't get away with whatever the fuck he's planning. If I remember where I put it. Right here. Alright, our city's getting larger. We now have 22,000 people in it, and we only have 2 police cars, so we really need to amp it up. So we're going to add a full fleet of police cars. Now with that, we're probably going to need more. Yeah, we got 5 arrests per day with 5 prisoners. What is the actual police station's capacity? It only has 10 jail cells, so we probably would need to add more of those. We'll add an addition to the police station, which is a jail, and we'll give it a 2-story jail. You know what? Fuck it. We're going to go maximum height on this. I don't want to screw around. This is about as far as we can go, and it's got plenty of cells for people. Hopefully... I remember there was rehabilitated. Okay. We can convince them to not have a life of crime. A news report just came in, says sources report that a flurry of recent fires were not accidentals. Now we have an arsonist living in the city. That is just fucking great. You know, we didn't have enough problems with fires before. Let's take a look at the crime map one more time. We have a complete 100% education level. We are educating every single student in this entire city. So what seems to be the problem? Why is there crime? Is it just a natural progression of the city getting bigger? We haven't put the actual casinos in. So what be the problem? We're real business moguls, Mayor. Let's prove it with a trade headquarters to show our strength to all the wannabe mayors. Now, since all of our natural resources are only coming from recyclable materials, I don't think we're producing enough recyclables to actually do this mission. So it's probably going to sit there for a long, long time. But let me take a look at the crime map before we look at our recyclables. Most of the criminals are being apprehended. In fact, for something really funny, let's take a look at an average day in the life of one of our police officers. Let's choose this one here. Let's pause the game. Let's see, we'll choose this guy. We'll follow him. Then we'll hit play. We'll take off the crime map. Looks like he's stopping off over here. That's good. Our unemployment is still going around. Someone got injured. Our unemployment rate is still at 0, if I'm not mistaken. But we've increased now. Actually, we've downgraded. Oh, because of these new buildings. Okay, do we have a budget? We have a budget again. Where do we go from here? We want to solve the traffic problem. So let's observe the traffic now that the buses are here. So anything that lights up red should be one of our traffic problem zones. But I said I was going to upgrade one of these roads to an avenue. So let's see if we can do that. Let's pause. Alright, what you're about to see, I should time-lapse this video. Once I get good enough at editing, I'm going to time-lapse some of this construction. We're going to bulldoze everything along this road. So, sorry fellers, eminent domain is going to strike again. Kapow. Alright. And you think you're safe, buddy? Once I put this road in, you won't be. High Density Avenue, going in. It's going to dead end at this street here. It's going to bisect the downtown area. Probably help with the traffic flow. What I do is necessary for your own good, people. Yes, I eminent domain your punk asses, but you were rich and hoity-toity and not shopping at the stores anyway. So I'm actually shortening the length of that commercial zone until you guys get customers, because we have another abandoned building over here because they need shopping. It's right next to the ferry, so we need to fix that. So let's see if that improves anything on the very next game day. Let's speed it up again. If my audio quality is lacking or not as loud, I notice it's improving with every video I make, but just let me know if it's not. If you're still having trouble hearing me over the game, we will have to do some audio tweaking. We just lost 1,000 residents because of what I just did. I just basically evicted an entire 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 city blocks, 6 city blocks worth of buildings just to build this highway. God, I'm a prick. Hey, it's necessary, man. The greater good. It's the greater good. Let's take a look at the traffic. Alright, right now it's 5:58. Time for the 6 a.m. rush. Let's see if any red spots show up here. We're getting our first skyscraper, by the way, it looks like. That's going to be very nice. Oh, yay. And it's a residential tower. Yeah, we're getting orange, but it's not going red now. You see, it's not like piling up for miles like it was before. Now, we still have medium density roads back here, but we don't want to increase to high density. Then our problems will start getting out of control as we support a huge population. And right now, we still don't have a perfect mass transit system yet. I really want to get that going. We decreased our, well, we're spending more now, so because of that police station upgrade. So we're making less per hour. But that'll hopefully balance out when we get more residents. We're now close to 20,000. We need to just 400 more people to move in. I hope my eminent domain didn't really screw us up and we got our cruise ship coming in. Let's see how many tourists get off at the cruise ship. Let's change the population layer to tourists. That's the little camera right down here. They seem to be shopping at the local stores. We have color code up here. Low wealth tourists are yellow. Medium wealth are orange. And high is this purple or a shade of red if you so desire. I have constant arguments about what is red and what is purple. So feel free to call it whatever color you like. The blue is when your commercial zones will sometimes evolve into hotels to support a high tourist count, but usually your tourist count has to be high in order for those buildings to auto spawn around the area. So let's go back. Now, funny story this week actually. I got to see a really good friend of mine I haven't seen in 2 years, and we had an amazing time. You know. It's really nice to just reconnect with people, don't you think? That you haven't seen in a very long time. The stories that you hear, good friends, good company, good times. And the beauty of it is that, you know, I'm an adult. I'm over the age of 21, and one of the things that a lot of people like to do is, you know, go out and party. And the older I get, the more I realize that I just keep feeling bad the next day after, you know, staying out and indulging in excess, you know, alcohol and whatnot. And sometimes it does feel great to just have a good conversation without, you know, the debilitating effects of alcohol. I'm not saying I'm going to stop drinking. I love my beer. But it does feel nice to have a sober conversation every now and then. Especially on the weekends. You know, you're not spending one weekend day, you know, hungover. Let me know what you think about that and how you guys would like to spend your weekend. And if you have an experience of seeing an old friend that you had not seen in a while and spent an entire weekend of storytelling, share below. We'd love to hear your lovely stories about that. Sorry for all the pauses. I don't even know why I'm apologizing, to tell you the truth. We got the game going here, and I'm in thinking mode. Alright, the avenue seems to have improved traffic flow, and the buses have helped too, since they carry 80 passengers apiece. So each car is usually 2 to 4 sims per car. So the buses are moving. They only have to travel within the confines of this city, since we do not have any others. So let's transition. Let's take a look at the trains. Those are going to be complicated because it looks like the rail only goes this way, which means we would have to extend the rail out. I'm thinking we'll start our first line of stations along right here near the university, and then bring it probably in this area here. We have 2 open squares. I just want to crowd this area in case I want more buildings. So let's start. We'll go to mass transit and select trains. Something was happening. Wait, something was you know, let's slow it down a little bit. The game's now starting, you know, going fast. Here's the first train. It just passes my city. It doesn't have anywhere to stop. So let's place our first train station. We'll put it next to this factory, so hopefully we can turn it down. Let's add our second train station behind the power plant. No, you know what? Yeah, why not? Now they're going to need to be connected by road. So it looks like we're still going to have to eminent domain this factory here. So be it. I'm still building medium density roads. I didn't learn. No, I'm building high density. Oh, but I'm still on the curvy thing. Let's go straight. Straight roads, please. Thank you. Connect everything up, make it look nice and grid-like. And that's where it stops, unfortunately. We can't destroy this building here. That's our power plant. So, and let's query the train. Now that'll bring tourists in. Right now, the only thing that the train station can do is allow people to travel out to the SimCity universe, which is this basic area where people disappear for a while. There's nowhere else for them to go at this time. But the beauty of it is that once we start adding attractions, we're able to bring people into the city. They will come off the train from the same area, from the outside world in. That's where we're getting tourists off the cruise port right here. They just come straight out of the world population of SimCity. Now let's take a look at our budget panel and see if we can find a way to get our money back. Let's see what we are spending money on. Transportation is almost as expensive. Our biggest expense here is mega towers. Our park systems are... Actually, I need to rebuild those parks to keep... Yeah, that's a good idea. Transportation is our second highest, and education and police, health, and fire are actually our lowest. Waste disposal and then utilities are actually low, so we're spending more money on our mega towers. And we haven't checked up on those guys in a while. And for good reason, we have a problem. First of all, we haven't upgraded our academy, so we can't get any new technology. So now we see it's added another section, and now you can add an annex. So I'm thinking... okay, let's take a look here. The Nanoscale Engineering Annex. Prove that large things can have small beginnings. Expand the Academy's research into nanoscale engineering. Nanoscale engineers here enable new research projects and conduct research faster. It's 50 grand. We have 70,000. The mission is to add an annex. What do we get with this? We get the wave power plant and the sky bridge unlocked. Here we get the fusion and nuclear reactor levels to our mega towers. And this would be quantum science annex, which would be the Mark II air scrubber. Now I think that that is actually more useful because I like to have clean air. So let's put that behind the academy. Alright, we just spent an ass load of money, so now we need a frickin' research project. I think what we're going to do is research the control net facility so we stop running out of it. It's 50 grand, so let's speed it up. It's going to take a while to get that back. We just spent all of our money. We're approaching 30,000. We're at 977,000 people. Our skyscrapers are booming. Our businesses look to be doing well. Let's take a look at the overall happiness of everybody. It's all going up. So far we are successful. And our rich areas are still rich. And we're producing the maximum amount of control net we can. So now, with that higher population, we can go back to our waste reduction facility and actually turn on our spare water, sewage sanitizers. Great technology. Don't you wish they had that in real life? Turn wastewater into real water? So that it doesn't just... I mean, water treatment plants kind of do the same thing, but I think this would be a whole lot better. I mean, turning it into 100% clean water, as in the stuff that you get at the store that's bottled wouldn't be as clean as this stuff. The quality of life of these people is pretty good. I'm actually pretty jealous. I mean, they don't have a big crime problem. We don't have a research project yet because we have no frickin' money. We went and spent it all. We're still yammering for that electronics factory, but we just do not have enough resources. Or do we? take a look at our trade. Apparently they're recycling a lot, actually. Enough to actually allow us to make money off a trade. So every time that delivery truck leaves, we have more money coming in. And that's not actually, I wonder if that's actually on the budget panel. Does it show? Industrial, no, this shows only taxable income. Where would our resource money come from? Oh, here we go. Crude oil is imported. Nothing seems to be exported. Alright, maybe I'm just blind, but I used to be able to tell how much money I made on my exports. And right now it doesn't seem to be giving me anything. It says I only spend $9,000 a day on oil for my oil power plant. I am not sure exactly why that is. Alright, we're back up to 50 grand. Somehow I just suspect that there's a problem coming down the line, just because we're at 26,000 residents and I do not have an answer for an increased population yet. Our traffic is getting better, our air is clean, as you can see by how the city looks. If this was an industrial city and had a high pollution level, the buildings would be dirtier, there'd be more debris on the streets, and the whole town, I should say the whole city, would be covered in smog. Kind of remind you of LA. Only, really, it's not so much a pollution problem as where the mountains actually trap all the smog in there. Well, I think it's a combination of both. But now we're starting to have something here. It's starting to look like an actual big city. Let's get down to the ground level. I wonder how the city looks from the coast. Let's zoom in as far as we can. That's pretty nice. What's this? Mayor, all classrooms in Clearwater are filled to capacity. We need more classrooms and more teachers. Now there's two ways I can solve this problem. I can build the Department of Education as my next city hall upgrade and add a high school. Or I can just add extension wings onto the community college, which I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's take a look at our trade report one more time. It looks like we made a bunch of money really quickly. And I'm thinking it is because we made 42,000 in alloy and plastic exports. What about metal? Why aren't we selling our metal yet? Where's the trade port here? Are we set to export metal? Yes. 31.5, 42, and 21,000 each. So do you think we might be able to... Okay. Let's pause. Let's gather it in, guys. Let's gather it in. Okay. We need to maximize what we're doing here. When we were working on mass transit, we managed to put 2 train stations in. And stupid me forgot to put bus stops, so everyone has to walk an insane amount of... We almost got 10,000 riders a day, and I can't get them to the train. They don't seem to be able to get to the train. Right. Totally losing it, see? I don't want to put the bus stops near the high income areas. Then we'll lower the property value, and then everyone will start bitching. Alright, we're back to 171,000. We can actually now add a research project, which we are going to add the control net facility as our research project. It's only 50 grand, so let's get the academy busy on researching technology to make our stuff better. Let's take a look at our education map. We are actually not educating everyone, which is funny because let's see where they're all going. Like, why are they not all educated? We're almost at 4 stars here. Who is not getting education? It seems to be the Mega Tower has too many residents for its own good. How much rent is the Mega Tower making me? $800 an hour. We've actually gone down. That's not cool. We were making more before. With the increase in population is an increase in students, which is an increase in the fact that I can't support them all. Okay. The stresses of being a mayor as stuff slowly gets out of your control. We have an upgrade. So now we can add this building to our governmental complex. We said we were going to be a tourism city. So, you know what? Fuck it. That's my goal. Add that to the side. Now we can support large parks. I think, like I said before, building up and out, not out, right now is still our best solution. So we can. So let's start our tourist thing. All right. I will find a way. You know, once we get more active on the comments, I would like you guys to choose my next landmark. We're only going to put one in right now. So we're going to go to our tourism area. This is called culture. And what I would like to do is entice rich people in the city. So I'm going to put the Globe Theater. All the world's a stage, and now you can bring yet another replica of the Globe Theater to your city. Origin, London, England. Shakespearean plays. I'm sure international people would recognize this landmark. We're going to put it in. We're going to place it near the ferry. Now it does a couple things. Any rich, it's a high tourist demand zone. Only rich people want to see plays. So we can add an event here, and then the people coming off the cruise ship will then undoubtedly go to the event. But while they're hanging out in the city, they'll shop at all the local shops that are high income shops, which are all along here that we put. So why don't we add, just to kind of trap them into buying things, we're going to add another commercial zone right on top of the coast. And then, just to beautify everything, we are going to put 2 massive parks here and then plant trees all along this area so that it's nice and pretty. So that's the first thing these people see when they come off the ferry and the cruise ship, is a very, very nicely wooded, nicely maintained, nicely landscaped city. So let's see what we got here. Let's look at our parks first. I'm thinking plazas. Nothing says that. Large urban sculpture garden. Let's add to it. Let's add 2 medium sculpture gardens on each side flanking it. Alright, that looks really nice. We just wasted a ton of space, but that's fine. Let's start, this area is already futurized, so we don't need one of those. So now let's go to nature. Let's add those roadside trees that we added the last time. This time we're going to add swaying trees all along. I wonder if they actually grow over time. I never actually stopped to figure that out. Let's go back to our second tree types so we can put more of them in. There's no rhyme or reason to this, but it'll look good. I guarantee. Alright. Looks good, looks good. Now let's see if anybody is complaining here. This level seems to be fine. This level seems to be fine. And this level seems to be fine. Now, let's exit out of here. 600 population, 300, 300. So that's 1,200 people living in this mega tower. Alright. It's 11:47 p.m. Let's schedule a play for tomorrow. As soon as this place has people hired. Come on, let's get this place hiring. Oh snap, this is the best sports city in the world. What the fuck is this? I want to see the Llamas go all the way this year. Mayor, if we go to the playoffs, the city will go nuts for joy. I can't wait. He does realize he was standing in front of a Shakespearean theater, right? There's no sports teams yet. Which I don't even know if we have the room for a stadium right now. Fucking weirdo. Alright. No one is working there. But who the hell fills out a job application at 2:45 in the morning? We're going to let one more game day go by before we end. Actually, I think we're going to let 2 full game days go by before we end this video tonight. And then we'll add a part 5 where we continue mass transit and tourism. I want to actually see if our traffic system can support a moderate tourist level. Looks like they gave me a mansion. I'll put that somewhere later. I'm gonna have to eminent domain someone else for my freaking house. Still closed. No hiring. Alright. Are they hiring? Are they? No one's employed. No one's opened the theater yet. We have 87 grand. What kind of workers does it need? Okay, here we go. It's open. It's already 8 o'clock in the morning. If I schedule the event, it'll actually... Okay. All the world's a stage and all the Sims are merely players. Attracts low and medium wealth residents and tourists. I'll do it. I paid for that. It could only fit 3,000 tourists. So let's see if we could even handle 3,000 tourists. Let's turn on the tourism map. This is the happiness map, which... most people are happy. Sorry, I'm trailing off there. Let's go to the tourism map and track every little single tourist throughout the course of this day. That's the camera. There we go. So they're shopping, they're doing their thing. Let's see if anyone insults me. They usually like to be a little opinionated. Looks like the event is at 8 p.m., so 12 hours from now. Take a look. There's no hotels yet that have popped up in this city. Right, let's pause it and try to creep on one of our tourists here. Let's take a look at this guy.
Winash!
Alright, he's fine. What about her? That's not what I wanted. There we go.
A flazel.
Nope.
Tewa.
Nowhere to stay here, leaving town, came from plastic buy. Okay, so, well, hopefully hotels will start springing up we put our first tourist attraction in the city. And it's starting to fill up. We have 2 low wealth residents. Man, they're willing to wait. It's like 11 o'clock in the morning. They're already sitting in the theater. Talk about getting there early. It's not like the premiere of Star Wars or anything where you had to camp out the night before. All right, what do we got? 92 medium wealth, 13 low wealth. I honestly thought that, and here we have the traffic. Look at all those people. All the orange, medium wealth tourists. They're leaving. Oh, I need them to come in here. They don't seem to be piling up on the intersections, though. That's good. And we reach another milestone. We're at 42,000 residents now. We're starting to creep up there. What's the next upgrade? Is that 75,000? Okay, so we got a ways. We got a ways. It's not going to creep up on us and get really crazy yet. People are getting happier and happier. That's what I like to see. All those little smiley faces. You know, they did say that psychologically, you know, when the human brain is presented with a lot of flashy, like, yeah, buddy, you're doing a good job, tends to, like, elicit some type of reaction in the brain that makes us happy, too. And that makes me happy, seeing these people happy. It makes me know I'm doing a good job. I'm not as shitty of a mayor as I was when I first started out, but, you know, I'm a more experienced mayor now. I know I got to pay attention to education. You know, watch, I shoot myself in the foot. We're now not educating 100 residents, just as I said that. All right, let's add an extension onto the community college. But it's not even at capacity. Not at capacity at all. Our education level is being kind of stupid. It's almost time for our play to start. So let's slow it down a little bit. Let's zoom in on the Globe Theater. There's a trailer jam. I think I know why. I didn't upgrade the road. Yeah, sir. That's fine. Yeah. Wasn't I just singing my own praises not too long ago, and now I realize I'm a dumbass and forgot that you're going to probably want to make sure that the streets leading to the place you want all the people to go would need to handle the traffic. Fail again. Look at that. We went back in the road. Oh, the place is on a bus stop there, too. Wow. Everyone has to drive to the theater. There's no local bus stop. At all. Alright, 7 o'clock. We almost got maximum payout, though. We almost have it at capacity. So our first show in town is almost sold out. Let's get dangerous. What's funny too is tourism cities, if you have too much crime, what ends up happening is make sure these guys have a way out. They only can leave the building through one exit. Logistically speaking, it's a frickin' nightmare. Nothing flows. Everything must flow. Alright, it's almost 8 o'clock. Let's zoom in. There, which is nice. They are sold out. They actually need maximum. Well, not almost. 6 more people in the sold out show. It's funny too. You can kind of hear if I turn the volume up. He's talking gibberish. They call it sim talk. You hear the horse. That's kind of funny. So we were successful. Now anyone who's been into a any event in the city. Let's see how the traffic flows out once the event is over. So the event ends at what time? It doesn't tell you what time it's over. We'll just have to guess. But hey, it's doing good for the shops in the area. Look, they built up again. Increased catering to the rich. We should probably check our population panel after the play. See if how many tourists we had today. I'm wondering when the hotels will actually start popping up. That would be nice. People can stay somewhere instead of having to leave once they got done doing whatever they were doing. The longer they stay, the more money they spend, the more likely they are to move in. You know, all kinds of good things. I think the event ends at midnight, so 8 to midnight is a 4-hour-long play. You're in for the long haul. There better be a fucking intermission or something, man. Someone to get up and go pee. Alright. Let's slow it down and see how many people are on our streets. How many of them are tourists? All of them. Look at that. They're all walking to the... Wow.
Obari has.
Nice town.
Mawu Garbi.
Nice town. That's
Moprinska.
nice. Nice town.
Going
home.
Ooh, bimbo.
Yeah.
Jibu.
Let's see about the low-income
Hippoday
people.
upater.
Had a great vacation. See, that's what you like to see. There's a lot of positive reinforcement there. A lot of positive reinforcement. And we have our first hotel. Yeah, look at that. See? Nat. I don't know how they do this in programming world. They programmed it to where these hotels start popping up near the tourist venue. They just automatically got there. They're going to start having customers. It's going to be great. People are going to be staying in this town and staying overnight. So I'm wondering if maybe we should place our first casino somewhere over here. And when we do, we're making money. We're making that money. Look at that. 252,457 simoleons at a rate of 3,309 an hour. We have a population of almost 50,000. So what I think we're going to do is look at how many more residents we can support. Right now there's still demand for low income. And I think that we're going to want to place them in a mega tower. So let's have an average mega tower, and we'll see how ugly that fucking thing is. We're going to have low income apartment level, and it is gigantic. And it doesn't fit anywhere but here. So there it is. Now what's cool is we can shove all the low income residents into this building here and then kind of rework the downtown to be a little bit more medium income. I know it's kind of shitty of a thing for me to do, but they're all going to live somewhere. Everyone will be happy. I will make it so. Let's put a bus stop over there. Well, there's one on one side, but let's put it on the other. And then let's make sure that they have road connections this time so they can get out of the building. It's right near the college, so I'm keeping proud of my job. There's a road there that goes nowhere, so let's connect it. See how commercialized that is? All that neon, blah, blah, blah. Incredibly. So we're going to have to eminent domain some other people. They don't have a way out. Should have checked all sides of that building before I put it down. Alright. They can get out on all 3 sides. And it looks like they can get out on all 3 sides here as well. Okay, so milestones for this playthrough. We added 2 train stations that bring tourists into the city. Let's take a look at our riders. We have a good amount of riders. We got 3,000 at this one and 1,738. We've added mass transit in the form of buses, trains, and ferries. We have 17,000 riders on the bus. We have 4,123 riders per day on the train, which will only be more once we start linking the outside world. So we might have to actually extend our tracks over here. We still have an unemployment rate of, now it's starting. middle income. We have 197 unemployed. That's not good. We need to give them a place to work. Let's kind of fill in this area. Alright. We still have all this area to build on, which I have plans for this. I'm not sure what I want yet, but it's going to be probably more residential. Let's take a look at our mega tower. We have 1 level out of 8, and the happiness is increasing. So what I think I might do is give these people a place to have some recreational fun. There's nothing I can put behind the bus. Maybe I can put some commercial here, and I can give them somewhere to go. Fire service is slow. Why? We reached a milestone. We unlocked our first great work. I'll talk about that in the next video. Well, we know it's unlocked, so that's another milestone to add to this video. Our traffic is starting to creep up again. That's probably why that fire truck couldn't get to where it needed to go. Where is the fire station anyway? Now I'm starting to be able to not locate my own buildings. We'll have to fully upgrade that. Give it the maximum amount of fire trucks. Just in case that arsonist never got caught. Alright. Health. 0 deaths per day. 0 crimes. We're back. We brought the crime down. It was starting to be a problem. Our education... College has filled the capacity. Well, not really. We just have to eliminate an entire commercial zone. I don't want this education. Alright. Colleges maximized. I need to give these guys somewhere to go that's free. I'm thinking about adding another public library nearby. I'm also thinking about adding another park for the low income. I kind of ignored them and didn't give them any parks. So let's give them a really nice large field with parking. We'll stick it right here across the street. And we'll add some niceties. Let's add a barbecue pavilion. Let's add a barbecue pit. You know, I'm thinking that might start some fires, but fuck it. Let's add a water park with playground. Let's add a rides playground. Let's add a swings playground. And a blacktop park. Alright, they got everything they need right across the street. And let's make sure we put a bus stop in case people want to visit. So let's go to the buses. Bus stop. Kapow. Kapow. Alright. Alright. Giggity giggity. Alright, let's look at the jobs one more time. We're almost at 60,000 residents, man. And now the middle income have more unemployed. Shit. To give them somewhere to work. I don't know where. We built some new industrial zones. Filling this entire area with heavy industry. No, not everybody wants to work in the factory, but maybe, just maybe, we'll supply some jobs. Our garbage problem seems to be under control. We never really had one, but we're getting it. We actually have more recycling than garbage, so we may need to start building more reclamation recycling trucks, which is nice. I kind of like to see that. Give them the maximum. That way, when we build the other cities, we can add some recycling trucks to take their recycling. We can sell that. Reclamation delivery truck. Get maximized that. Yeah, I can just see the money going down. Alright, we reached our maximum. Yes, I did put the park right by the dump. I just realized that. But the air is they're upwind, so it's not gonna really be a huge problem. Let's add one more apartment level for the low income. And let the next game day pass.
Zeke Pondo FIFA Day. 3 weeks.
What the fuck? They want more high wealth houses. Okay, fine. You wanted to play that game. Let's build them right here. High wealth shops needed. Now here they want it. They were going out of business before, now they want frickin' shops. So, fine. We'll have to increase the land value. Looks like this whole center section is going to have to get richer. We have 2 high-income apartment levels with 1 medium income. So we see our demand going down for high income. It's probably staying right in the middle. Our low income is finally satiated. Our unemployment rate is getting higher on the middle income. So what I'm going to do... Wow, now we're having a water problem. Let's pause it. Let's give you a mall level. No, an office level. I don't have enough fucking money. Damn it. God damn it. Alright, let's work on the water. Let's see what's going on here. What's going on here? How much do each one of these additions cost? 20 grand. We'll spend another 40,000. I'm trying to get the water under control. Alright, we have a 0 gallon deficit. Keep things pretty low. Everything's getting low. What about power? I haven't checked on that. We still have an excess. That's good. Providing basic services. We'll end this playthrough at 6 a.m. the following day. Let's check education one more time. We have now way more frickin' students than we did before, but there's nothing we can do about it because we won't know until the next day if they can all get to school or not. Because they're all moving into this building, so of course they're going to be uneducated. They just moved in. They didn't have their first day of school yet. And our industry is increasing into maximum density with 1 tech level point. So we don't have the technology parks we used to, but our education is going up. So hopefully we can spread that influence down the line. It's now 10 o'clock at night. Oh wow, this is looking snazzy. Check that out. Let's get all this graph data out of the way. Let's zoom in and take a look at this pretty place. Let's look at it from the point of view of the park near the water. Wow, check that out. I know some of my viewers, like Miss Tabbert and the others, they're gonna like the way that it's coming along. I can't wait to upload this video and get the comments on that. It really is a growing experience, I'd like to add, to just watch this thing come up and grow and grow and grow, and hopefully there's no, I mean, I might have just, you know, knock on wood, no disasters. But it's just a beautiful place. I'd live here. I honestly think I'd live here. I'm not sitting there just patting my own back. We're almost at actually our next upgrade, which I believe is called, I don't even know what it would be called at 75,000 residents. I think it's a true city at this moment. I always like the way skylines look at night. Let's look at it from back here. This is what the people get to see when they're coming in from the highway. Let's close that. Once I figure out how to take screenshots, I'm going to add a slideshow video starting from the beginning and watching the evolution, kind of like every time a milestone was reached. I'm going to go back, look at the videos, see where we hit our City Hall upgrades, and take a snapshot of each moment, and then compile it into one slideshow. If that sounds like a great idea, or any of you want to comment on that and say yes, vote below in the comment section. Of course, like and subscribe. And let's let the next game day go. I'm pretty sure by the time the next game day comes along, we will... Oh, we haven't got some water yet. Alright, let's add this maximum capacity here. Nothing more we can do with this. It's upgraded to full. If we can't generate more water, we're going to have to add a water pumping station. In fact, I'm going to do that now. I'm going to shut down the water towers. Alright, that's an excess, but we don't want to keep spending money. Is this operating? It's closed. Let's wait for it to be operating, and then I'm going to shut down this water tower and destroy it. Good. Closed. And bye-bye. Spend money on something that isn't going to need to work for us anymore. No more water towers. We have urban pumping stations. We can sell those resources to the next city because now we have an access. And fire blazes out of control. Where's the arsonist? I gotta find a criminal and make sure that we watch them get arrested. So it looks like all the crime is located right now. Police presence is largest here in town. It seems to be the weakest over here, and we have actual criminals living in the mega towers. And one criminal has actually got guts enough to live 1 block away from the actual police station. That takes balls. Now, you know, I mean, this can't be helped. This is just a natural thing. As a city gets larger, you know, crime goes up. But it's still in a manageable area, so I'm not gonna... And here we are at 6 a.m. So our crime has increased, but at the same exact time, it's in a manageable... It's a manageable level. I'm still very pleased with how this is working. This whole area doesn't seem to get police coverage, but that will come with upgrades. When we get the access to the large police station, we can put a helicopter pad and more cars can get to more areas of the city. What was this guy? Upgrade roads to increase density. It looks like this whole area is ready to go high density, so we're going to start seeing larger buildings like we do here, which we will do in the next playthrough. As always, if you stuck around to the end of this video, I'd like to thank you for watching. This is the Gaming Rican, signing off. And please don't forget to like and comment below. I really would like to hear what you all have to say about this and what you all think. And give me some encouragement. I got some good stuff coming. I'm still working on content. I'm having a great time doing this, and I am appreciating the feedback I'm getting from the viewers that I have. Now, right now, it's pretty much contained to the people I know that I can actually call on the phone, but it'd be nice to have the rest of YouTube come on in and see what I'm doing. I know that other people have done this, but I haven't, and that's just the God's honest truth. So, again, thank you, and good day.